Welcome to Drafting, Unit 5, in which we'll be talking about terms and definitions. When you've completed this unit, you'll know how to correctly draft terminological entries with terms, definitions, and source information, when to use notes to entry, and how to find and use existing terms from other published ISO standards. This is a typical terminological entry. As you can see, it has a term number, a term, a symbol, a definition, and source information. A definition must be able to replace the term in context. So if you use a sentence with that term in it, you should be able to repeat the sentence using the definition in place of the term. In this example, 6.4 says, determine the gelatinization time, T90, for rice kernels during cooking. This is a good definition because it can replace the term in context by saying, determine the time necessary for 90% of the kernels to pass from their natural state to the gel state, T90, for rice kernels during cooking. There are some important rules to remember for terms and definitions. Definitions have no article or full stop. Think about it. If they did, they would no longer replace the term in context. Avoid using equations, figures, and tables in terms and definitions. If you have a term which could have more than one meaning, you can indicate its subject area by using triangle brackets, as in this example. Very importantly, definitions are just definitions, so they cannot contain any requirements, recommendations, or permissions. If you have supplementary information to further explain the definition, you can use notes to entry. But remember to always number them, even if there is only one. Terms and definitions are always grouped together in Clause 3. This enables them to be automatically fed onto the online browsing platform, which we will come back to in just a minute. You can also add subheadings in Clause 3 to separate terms relating to different topics. Try to group your terms in a hierarchy of concepts. This means putting more general terms first and then grouping together related terms. While alphabetical listing is not forbidden, you should remember that when the document is translated into another language, the ordering can become quite random. Don't define anything that is obvious, self-explanatory, or not specific to the document itself. And another very important rule, all defined terms must be mentioned somewhere in the document. Otherwise, they don't need to be defined. You can find a document showing best practices for vocabularies and terms and definitions at the link given in the course information. There are 3 possibilities for your introductory text in Clause 3, depending on whether or not you are using terms from an existing standard. The first instance is when you're defining new terms and not referencing any from elsewhere. In this case, you say, for the purposes of this document, the following terms and definitions apply. If you are not defining any new terms, but you want to reference terms from another document, you say, for the purposes of this document, the terms and definitions given in ISO XXXX apply. If, however, you do want to define terms, as well as citing terms from another document, you would say, for the purposes of this document, the terms and definitions given in ISO XXXX and the following apply. Alternatively, if there are no terms and definitions in your document, and it's not necessary to refer the user to other terms in another document, you simply say, no terms and definitions are listed in this document, but you still retain the text about the terminological databases. This is for the user's convenience. This slide shows the link to the online browsing platform. This is ISO's online database for for terms and definitions. You can search for and view terms from any published ISO standard. This platform can also be used for searching for standards, graphical symbols, and country codes. If you would like more information on this topic or any aspects of drafting, visit the link given in the course information. Thank you.